Hello, Jammer 4949 here. I want to show you how to cook my 5-alarm award-winning chili. In this version here, I've won one chili cook-off, coming second in another. This version here I'm using ground meat instead of chunk meat because it's a little cheaper, and you know, when you're cooking with family, you can't eat steak every night. What I did was I did grind my own meat. It's about an 80-20 ratio, fat to lean. I do like a little bit of fat in it to give it some juice, and it gives it a little moisture. And if you get too much lean, I think the meat turns rubbery on you. But anyway, I've seen some recipes on YouTube. I don't know what kind of chili some people make. Some of them look pretty good. I don't know why people put corn, green beans, and you know, that kind of stuff in a chili. It just don't seem like that's supposed to go in a chili, but that's me. The only thing I'm going to put in this chili that I wouldn't put in if I was going into a contest is the black beans, or any kind of bean at all. I would leave the beans totally out. I want to show you what I'm starting with here. I'm going to start with, actually this is the meat I ground, and it's black Angus, and of course I've got some fat mixed in, like I said, 80-20, and so I got about 3 1/3 pounds there. First off, I got some green chilies here. It's about 3 small cans, about like that of it. Tomato puree. I have some chili habanero sauce. And I have about a tablespoon of mashed peppercorn. I love mashed peppercorn. And 2 cans of chopped tomato. And this is my chili sauce that I mix. I can't really tell you what's in that. But if you go to the store, you know, and get the package, McCormick's and Old El Paso, I'm not too hip on, but a lot of times the generic brands are better than those brands. But this is kind of similar to that. I got a mixture here of some steak seasoning, pepper, and salt, and just kind of about a tablespoon of each, or a little better. And also I got a can of tomato juice. And I have some mushed up chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. Those peppers, when they come, they look more like this. Them things are hot. I'm gonna tell you, they're hot. But you just mash them up in your hand. I'd advise wearing a glove, because they're like a BB gun. You know, they'll put an eye out. Also, I got these peppers here. I don't know what kind they are. I got them in Mexico years ago, and I lost the container they were in, so I just named them myself, hot ass peppers. Also, I got here 1 chopped up sweet onion. I like sweet onions. They're juicy and give a good flavor, and it's chopped up also. And here I have some sweet chili sauce. Not going to use a whole lot of that. What I want to do now is brown my meat. And I'll get that brown, and then we'll move from there. Okay, I got my pan a little hot here, so now I'm going to put my meat in. Like I said, this is about 3 1/3 pounds, I think, somewhere close to that. I got my pan good and hot before I put it in there. I think it works better. I don't really know if it does or not, but that's the way I like doing it. Okay. Of course, I'm going to get all this meat. I'm going to keep working it because I don't want it to clump up. As you can see, it's browning up pretty well. Got a lot of juice in it. It depends on how much I get in there, whether I pour any off. If you don't like the grease in it, pour it off, but to me that gives it a little bit more flavor. But like I say, too much, you can have too much of a good thing. But I don't want to cook this too long and make it hard, so I just want to get it just kind of brown a little bit. I'm gonna Break it all back, see how much grease I got. And being 80-20, I don't have a whole lot coming out of it. I'm going to pull just a little bit of that off, but not much. And see how it goes. Okay. That's better now. Now you see we got just a little bit in the bottom there. It's not even a quarter cup. Okay, now I'm going to turn my heat back. I think the order you add it in is a lot to it too, because you want your spices and stuff get into the meat. If you put it in the sauce after you made it, it just gets into the sauce. This is, like I say, a chili seasoning I made from this, that, and the other. I usually put about 2 ounces per pound, so this is about 6 ounces. Here, both of them together. And then I'm going to stir that up. And the chili mixture is getting into the meat, and it's going to season the meat instead of seasoning the sauce. Of course, eventually it will season the sauce, but you want that meat to really taste good. So there, so you can see how black it is. Okay, of course, when it comes out, it won't be this black. Alright. Okay, while it's cooking, I'm going to grind me up one of these hot ass peppers. I'm just going to grind one. And there you go. Okay, now we'll add that to the chili. Again, like I say, I put the peppers and the seasonings in to get it into the meat. And I'm going to put in my spices here that I have mixed up, salt, pepper, and also pour in my peppercorns. And then my chipotle peppers, drop them in. And you can really smell it. I mean, it's a real strong smell right now. I got it on low, so I want to just let it sit here and let it cook some of those peppers in for a minute, and then I'll move on to the next step. Next thing I'm going to put in is my onion. The reason I want to put the onion in now is because everything will move fairly quick now, but I want to stir that onion around inside there and get the flavor of that sauce and everything and the spices inside that onion also. So I'm going to stir that in there. And as soon as I get that in there good, I'm going to go on and put my green chilies in. Stir again. Now you can see it's starting to get a little bit more brown. It took the black out of it a little bit. It'll get browner. Okay, then I'm going to add my tomato puree, which that's 1 can of tomato puree. That gives the sauce and the juices thickness. I'm going to put my tomatoes in. See, it's already starting to get more juicy. I'm going to add just a little bit of the sweet chili sauce. I don't want to add too much. It makes the chili too sweet. But it does give it a little bit of better flavor, I think. I'm going to pour the whole can of tomato juice in there. Hopefully not the top. And you see the chili has a good texture to it. It's not, see, it's not dry. The sauce is thick. It'll even get thicker as it cooks. That's good looking stuff. Now I want to turn the heat back up and really get it rolling. Okay, I got it heated back up to high temperature. I'm going to add a little bit of the habanero, because it's not really hot yet, but you can't judge it right now because as that cooks, those peppers really season in there. So what I'm going to do now is I put some habanero sauce in there, and I'm going to turn it down on a low heat, all the way down on low, and then I'm just going to let it sit here and cook for a couple hours. And then I'm going to come back and taste it. But first, let me show you what it looks like before I put the beans in there. Yeah, boy. Well, that's chili. That's got to be good. I got to taste it. I can't stand it. Oh, hell yeah. Still don't think it's going to be hot enough. It's warm. But I think I might have to put another pepper. Like I said, we really like stuff hot. Fiance, she makes homemade salsa, and the way we make it, nobody else can eat it. But like I say, if I was going to put this into a contest, I wouldn't put the beans in it. And you can see what it looks like before I put the beans in it. So, you know, the beans are just because we're at home. And I'll just pour the black beans in there. Give them a good stir around. Gives it a whole different look. You know, if you go to a contest, they're going to frown on you because you put beans in it, or maybe even onions, just depending on where you go. But you can see it's got a good texture to it. It's good and juicy. It's not runny and watery. The meat's got a good color, good reddish brown color to it. Good sauce here. Look at this. Wow. So we're just going to let this cook for a couple hours on super low, stirring it every once in a while, and then we'll come back and see what we got to do to it. Okay, well, the chili's been simmering for about 4 hours now, and I tasted it. It's got a good taste to it. It's not real hot. Might be hot for a gringo, I don't know, but it's not real hot to me yet. But it is real spicy. I'm probably going to end up dropping another pepper in it as it cooks on. I'm going to cook it a little more just to make sure. And turned out real well. You can see it's really got a good color to it if I can get it around there. But that's some good chili right there. And the good thing about this chili is you can take the chili and strain the juice off of it. Now put it in a saucepan and cook it down towards kind of almost a paste, and it makes the best coney sauce you'll ever eat. Well, that's all I got. I hope you try this and you like it. I think it's some of the best chili made. But if you have any questions or anything, holler at me and I'll do what I can. Thank you for watching. Bye.